Hi guys, I'm Oluwalanu and I am in Benin City and currently on Igun Street about to see a bronze caster make a bronze from scratch. This is going to be very exciting. So yeah, follow me. So I am walking to meet the caster who will be explaining the process to us. I will take you guys through the process of the entire thing and explain details along the way. Yeah, so let's go meet him. Okay. Sorry, firstly, what's your name, please?
My name is Osamukunwa Ehaito.
Okay, so what are you about to do now? Okay, sorry, you said you want to make
A key holder.
you want to make a key holder.
Yes. Queen Monda's head. Idiani
In Idia's head.
Yeah. As I'm molding it now, I want to dress it and cover it and send it to the fire.
So currently he's doing the finishing touches of the design. Right now you really get to see the artistic aspect of making a bronze piece, not just the technique, because they carve the design of each piece first in solidified honey wax, which is what he's doing right now. So are you still carving the face now?
Yes, I'll finish with the face.
Okay.
I want to dress it and I will want to cover it
Okay.
before I take it to the fire. No.
So that is what the honey wax looks like before they have molded the design into it. And so right now he's rolling the wax to make a little hole on the top of the thing. So it's also a key holder, not just an opener. So he's going to mold it and put it at the top so that you're able to put it on your keys. So what he's done now is roll the honey wax to make that line that he has attached to the top of the opener design. He needs that part to serve as a funnel that he will pour the melted brass into. He needs the funnel because what he's going to do after this is put the designs he wants to make in white sand and then dry it in hot air in the local oven. When it dries, the dried sand will have the design imprinted inside. So he will then pour the melted brass into the funnel or through the funnel he has made to make the shape of the design. So we're watching the casting process. If you don't get it yet, just keep watching. I was still very confused at this point, but I just kept watching. In fact, I was asking a lot of dumb questions that showed that I had no idea what was happening. So we'll get it eventually. Okay.
I want to cover the key holder.
So you just use the sand, that's on the ground. Exactly. You don't use any special type of sand, just this one.
No, there is special sand I want to use. That's white sand.
Oh, okay.
Instead of this is the quickest sand. If I should use the red one, I will tell you to come next tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Understand? But now I want to use the quickest sand. Okay. Please, you will move from any moment from now.
Okay.
I will cast it. You will leave.
The red sand, they say that it's only in Benin that they get it.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, where do you get this white sand from?
This is POP.
Oh, this is POP.
Yes.
Okay. So here are the designs he's going to cast floating in the water before he covers them in POP. In the olden days, they used to use the red sand naturally found on the ground in Benin to cover the design. This red sand is unique to Benin and has many significances and uses. Sometimes, like he said, they still use it, but he wants to use the quickest way. He explained later that the red sand takes about 2 to 3 days to dry. So he wanted to do something quick for me so that I could see it. So now he's mixing the POP that we're going to put our designs into. Now he's pouring it into the plastic shape. He's using this plastic shape so that the POP can solidify inside. So these are some key holders he just decided to add to our mix. And he's putting them into the mix now. and the POP will begin to dry around it and get thicker. And he has to put the funnel part facing at the top so that he can clearly see the hole that he's going to pour the brass into. Now we can see that the POP has gotten thicker, so he can face the openers straight into the mix. Now he has to carve out the top so that he can see the hole again clearly of where he's going to pour the melted brass into after it dries in the fire. So now our mix is solid enough to stand on its own, and he's taking it out of the plastic shape. And now he has to use this wire to cover it so that when he puts it in the fire, it doesn't just fall apart. I asked him if using POP affects the quality of the work, and he said no, it's just the same as using the red sand.
You
seen the red sand?
Yes.
The red sand, the POP, not the POP. You can't use the POP again, no.
No, if I use the POP will cut the wire. The POP is powerful than the wire.
This is the local oven that he's going to dry the mix in. So he's just preparing.
This is the charcoal. We used to melt it.
So after he puts in the charcoal, he's going to light it, and then they're going to use the traditional blower, which is here, to blow hot air onto the mix. What's that? What's that called?
This is bellow.
Bellow.
Okay, that one. This one, bellow.
Yes.
This is bellow.
So it's blowing into the fire.
Fire.
So here is our scrap brass that we're going to melt to use to make the bronze. So he's putting it in so that it can melt alongside the design that we've put into the POP. And here it is. And so he's just going to cover everything so that the hot air can get into it very well. So I asked him why he had allowed the charcoal to enter the mix, and he said that it was not an issue, that it would just float to the top easily.
They say this is a big pot. By the time bronze food this one, it will take more than 12 hours. And after melting, you have to put more.
Wow.
To not make it food.
You cannot blow this for like 2 hours. I mean, you can blow it for 2 hours.
Yes, of course.
More than.
Yeah.
So after that, I had to see for myself how hard it was to use the blower.
Stop now.
Am I doing it?
Yeah. Raise your arm.
Yeah, my arms. Wow, this is exercise. Like, wow, my arms. If I do this for 1 hour, all the arms in my fat will go. See, confusion from the pain. I said the fat in my arms, the arms in my fat. Wow. So now we're done with the drying process, and it looks like it just took a few minutes because of editing, but we were actually there for over an hour waiting for it to dry. I eventually just asked them to please use the electric blower. They really wanted to show me the traditional way, but I swear that thing is punishment. So I asked them to please use the electric blower, and which was faster as well. So now we're putting the solidified POP into the ground so that, and we had to dig a hole to put it inside, to fit it inside the ground properly. Now we bring out our melted brass, and you see the charcoal floating at the top, and he's going to take it out. Wow, this is the bronze. Wow. This is the melted bronze. Then you saw all the metal inside. Okay, so you're going to pour it into the hole, and then it will cast the shape of what you molded. At this point, the honey wax design has melted out, just leaving its shape in the POP. Now, just to reiterate, we're pouring the melted brass into the funnel he created in the design, and you see it at the end product when he has to cut off the funnel.
Yes, I know.
You just eating it so that the blood will go inside more.
Okay, so we'll go inside.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Now, just after a few minutes after putting in the melted brass, it's already ready for us to break it and see our designs. So let's go. So now he has to cut off the wires that he used to cover the mix in the beginning so that he can break the POP and show us our designs. You say you've been doing this since you were a child. How young?
Let me say 11 years.
11 years. Wow. 11 years
You
old.
can see my junior brother. There's one of my junior brothers that is carrying a wheelbarrow.
It's carrying wheelbarrow.
Wheelbarrow. That one, please, that one know how to do it.
You know how to do it.
And he's a little boy.
The little boy. How old is he?
Let me say 11, 12 years.
Wow. Wow. It's good, at least the tradition is being passed down.
Exactly. I want him to cool.
The water is cooling down there. And this was in the hole for about an hour and a half, an hour. A little over an hour, sure. Wow. So this is all the POP you're breaking off now. Wow.
Oh, yes, you can be.
Oh.
That one in your Mexico, eh?
No, only man I met you.
Me wa gba lọ́wọ́
Only no platinum. Only
gba o.
Obana.
Ah, I can see our opener now.
Abi?
Yes. Yeah, opener.
Why do you find it?
And the hand.
Only no platinum.
So we have one that broke during the process, and that just tends to happen sometimes. They don't always come out perfectly. Look at that. Well, we have one that is good there. Very nice. Face.
Hey, Adam
I
yo.
can't touch it though. It's
Where
not- Wow.
No, I'm give me the
Can't
boka.
touch it. And it is hot. Look at the steam. Let me put some water. So we're about to shine the bronze and getting ready. And this should just take about a few minutes. Yay! I'm excited. I'm going to take it home with me. Okay, let's see. Which one are you shining first? The opener, okay. So like I explained earlier, now he's breaking off the funnel part that was needed to make the design.
Straight on.
Now he's brushing off the POP residue that is left on the bronze. Now he has begun the shining process, and you can see him just rubbing to get that extra shine on the bronze. You can already see it getting shinier if you look closely. So the part where you put your keys into didn't come out straight, so now he has to straighten it out by beating it. Now he's just putting finishing designs on the Queen Mother's head, the little dots at the top. Now we're going to test out our opener to see if it works. Hey, it's open. The whole process just to cast this little openers took about 3 hours, so I can't imagine how long it takes to cast the big bronzes. There's one. This is Queen Lydia's mask, Abby.
Yes.
The just confirm.
Oh.
One of the openers made today in Benin, out of brass. So let's check out one of the stores where they sell the finished bronzes. And I was actually here last year and I bought my bronzes from here, and the work is incredible. It's actually by an old man I met here, and look at the amount of work he's still doing, which is crazy. Let's go down a bit and see on the floor. Yeah, this is insane. So they mostly mold the royalty, the queen, the past queens and kings of Benin City. And that concludes our adventure at Igun Street.